If you're a competitor and you haven't got your stuff out of the back room, please do so by 4:30. If not, I will throw it away and feel no shame.
I'm not gonna lie, I have some info for you. All day, I'm straight on a plane. It's all good, it's all good. It's all good, it's all great. You're like at that point where like, just like you're past the like, it's like the 7 stages of grief and just like acceptance. Yeah, so you don't wake up with like broken neck. Yeah, which I've done so many times. Everybody deserves to be. Yeah, bro, like, okay, bro, You can just have Savage on espresso.
All right, welcome back. You have made it to the final competitor of the 2026 United States Barista Championship. Up next, from Portland, Oregon, representing Onyx Coffee Lab, is Morgan Eckroth.
Good to see you. Sam, good to see you.
Morgan, as your sensory judges find their seats, as your tech judges take one last look at their timers to make sure they're clear and that their pencil leads are out. When you are ready, raise any hand and call time, and the stage is yours.
Amazing. Could I just check my music real fast? Great, that sounds good. I'll set it back to the beginning. Cool. Everyone comfy? All right. End of a long day. Just be fun. Okay. Time. First of all, thank you all for being here. Last year, I stopped competing for the first time in 5 seasons, and I did this because I'd slowly come to realize that I'd lost sight of why I love working in coffee. And I knew I needed to find it again before I could come back to this stage. However, over the last reason that has continually come back to my mind is that I love sharing the magic of coffee. Now, truthfully, I spent a long time telling myself that I wouldn't say that to you. It was a line that felt too cheesy, maybe even a bit humble. However, after watching delete that line out of this very script, my best friend finally asked me to define what I even meant when I said magic. I told her that to me, magic is what happens when you experience something in a way that defies what you thought was possible. I've experienced this in coffee so many times. The first time I ever had a coffee drink that tasted like fruit, it felt like magic. The first time I ever walked behind an espresso machine also felt like magic. And here on this stage, I get to have so much fun creating drinks and experiences that go far beyond what most of our customers will ever experience. Things that defy what they expect from coffee. Or, if we're using my terminology here, magic. But more and more as time goes by, I find myself wondering, what could happen if the drinks and experiences we create here on this stage were somehow shared beyond it? How would people's perception of coffee change? Who would be inspired to compete here in future years? And more so, what could the magic of coffee spark in others? These are the questions that have brought me back this year. And I want to find the answers in you today. But we'll come back to all of that in a few moments because in the meantime, I want to share with you 2 incredibly special coffees that represent to me 2 different facets of magic. So, let's get started. Now, I believe that coffee can create magic, but importantly, coffee in and of itself is not magic. It is the hard-earned result of decades of study, labor, and a drive to continually improve. And this is demonstrated best by the first coffee I'll be serving you. Now, our time today begins at Alita Estate. For over 100 years, the Lamastus family have been farming coffee on the slopes of the Baru volcano in Boquete, Panama. At 1,900 meters above sea level, grown in mineral-rich volcanic soil are fields of geisha. It is here that the scent of florals permeate through a biodiverse cloud forest, and where nighttime temperatures can reach as low as 10 degrees Celsius. This lengthens the coffee's ripening phase by a full month and leads to large and sugar-dense coffee cherries. Now, the geisha that I'll be serving you here today was harvested 3 months ago at peak ripeness. The cherries were then placed in a dark room to dry. Now, this is a specialized method of natural processing. It utilizes a temperature-controlled space and 7 humidifiers to carefully control the slow and even drying of the coffee. Only after the fruit esters and those complex sugars have been absorbed by the coffee seeds are they pulped of their cherry. And in order to maintain the florals intrinsic to this Gesha variety, we roasted it on a stronghold with a drop temperature of 375 degrees Fahrenheit at 9 minutes and 4 seconds. I prepared your espressos today using 20 grams in, 45 out at 28 seconds. And I ask that you please hold on tasting. Now in the cup, you will find raspberry. You will taste a floral black tea like Earl Grey, and you will experience an aftertaste of chocolate-covered orange. Now the tactile will be a medium to lightweight. It will be soft and round, and you will experience a pleasant, lingering finish. Now the small cups above your napkins are for your spoons when you are all done stirring. I now invite you to please enjoy the magic created by Alita Estate. All right. Now, if you're all ready, let's continue. Now, I'm not someone who grew up drinking coffee. I had my first cappuccino at 16, and like most people, I think, I fell in love with milk drinks. The first time I ever experienced magic in coffee, that moment that I mentioned at the beginning of our time, was through a milk drink that tasted like red fruit and chocolate. If I close my eyes, even today, I can still taste that drink. So I've recreated it for you to experience as well. And this brings us to our second coffee, an SL28 variety produced by Edinson Argote in Huila, Colombia at Quebraditas Coffee. These coffee cherries were hand-picked, washed, and then pulped. The seeds were then left to ferment in a tank with yeast for a full 24 hours before being thermal shocked with cold water in order to halt that fermentation. Now I've chosen this coffee because on its own, Edinson's SL28, 35 grams out at 25 seconds. Once more, I'll ask that you please wait on tasting. In the meantime, though, we're going to talk about the milk component. Now, in order to transform the base notes of this coffee, I have created a blend using 3 ingredients. 75% of the base liquid is lactose-free whole milk. I freeze distilled it to 50% of its original volume. This adds sweetness, and in combination with espresso, you will experience chocolate. Now, the remaining 25% is Barista Series coconut milk. This enhances the drink's tropicality, and in combination with the espresso, you will experience red cherry. The final ingredient is 20 grams of lactose-free whole milk that I have cryodesiccated into a powder. I did this by placing the milk in a freeze dryer for a full 24 hours. And by slowly removing all of the water content from the milk, I was left with a dry ingredient. In this beverage, it adds a creamy texture and a final aftertaste of salted caramel. If I can remind you, you will taste milk chocolate, red cherry, and salted caramel. My only drinking instructions are that you take your remaining spoon and stir your drink until the latte art is fully incorporated. Those of you who have your beverages can get started. I'll have yours ready in just a moment, Charlie. ready? Let's finish. Last year, I didn't know how to come back to the stage. There was a very real part of me that thought I couldn't reconnect with why I love working in coffee and this competition, that I might not be back. But I then had my gut, and I had to start planning. Now I'm about to open up those sets in front of you, and you'll see locations marked. Columbia, where Edison's SL28 is from. Arkansas, where both of these coffees were roasted. Portland, where I'm from. For the last few months, I have been working with cafe operators at each of these locations to come up with a plan to serve my competition drinks using these same ingredients to their customers. These are services that are happening right now. And these photos are from yesterday and Friday. Our signature beverage connects both of the coffees you've tasted today, but to create a new type of magic for all of us. So, we begin with 80 grams of chilled espresso, an extraction of both of the coffees you've tasted, hold in the same parameters as their courses. Then, to represent that clean fruit sweetness created in the Lamastus darkroom drying method, I have 45 grams of mango juice. This ingredient, in combination with the geisha's profile, creates the flavor and experience of strawberry yogurt. Then, to represent the smooth tropical acidity that you experienced from Edison's SL28 in that milk course, I created, appropriately enough, a milk punch. Now I made this by combining 400 grams of whole milk, 50 grams of bergamot juice, and 50 grams of Colombian vanilla sugar. I let that all filter through a coffee filter, and this liquid is balanced and acidified. This 35 grams, in combination with the SL28, will create the experience of milk chocolate and an aftertaste of orange creamsicle. I'll then be mixing in 1.5 grams of soy lecithin powder. This is an emulsifier that will help stabilize the fluffy and coating texture of this beverage, recalling that milk course you experienced earlier. I'll then be charging all of these ingredients in a siphon with N2O in order to create that texture. Now I still have one final ingredient today. Truthfully, it is my favorite of the bunch. It's gonna create a little bit of visual magic for you, but more importantly, it's gonna take you back to where we began our time, in the chilly nights and floral aromas of Alita Estate, just like those misty volcanic rocks in front of you. I think I get it. Now this right here is a rose snow. I created this by dispensing nitrogenated rose water into a bath of liquid nitrogen. I did that off stage, and I'm now refreezing this ingredient with a final pour of liquid nitrogen. The 2 grams that I'll be adding to the bottom of each of your cups will fully melt and bring your drink down to a chilled sipping temperature. And if I can remind you, you will taste strawberry yogurt, you will taste milk chocolate, and an aftertaste of orange creamsicle. I also ask that you please wait until I call time to sip. Now the drinks and coffees I have served you here today are not magic. I have given you an ingredient to these. But 12 months ago, I started wondering how I could demonstrate to you what I mean by coffee can create magic. And the maps in front of you are the result. As magic is what happens when the things that inspire us on this very stage are no longer limited to it. You and I know the magic of coffee well. By choosing to be here on this stage together, we are all chasing it. My friends, I don't think I need to convince you that we work in a very special, sometimes even magical, industry. But the maps in front of you are my gamble that if even one person off this stage this weekend gets to experience this magic too, with these coffees and with these drinks, then all of this will be worth it. Not only for us, but for our shared industry. Please enjoy. It's been a pleasure. Time.
Let's hear it from Morgan. Morgan, come on over here. One of my favorite parts of your presentation was the first 15 minutes of it. Just stunning. Another one of my favorite parts was your expressed desire to potentially and hopefully inspire the next generation of competitors. And I think that you and I were probably both surprised when one of your fellow finalists described wanting to compete because he watched you as a kid.
That makes me feel so old.
Does it? How does it feel to already be inspiring the next generation literally today?
I knew you were going to make me cry up here. I mean, we're all in this together is kind of my attitude. I might actually cry. I've told this story to you before, but my very first nationals competition, I didn't get through round one. I had a lot of fun, but like I left feeling super dejected and like not really sure what I wanted to do next. And you told me to keep competing, and so I remember that really, really distinctly. And it's like if I can pass on even like a little bit of that to others, like, that's the goal.
And what a noble goal, right? I love it. We are going to, as your judges finish writing, collecting their thoughts on stage, which is something that they are required to do by the rules. We're going to invite up some special guests to share drinks, and then, I'm not going to lie, this has been the most aggressively thirsty crowd I have ever seen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
And as you make drinks, they're probably going to come squirrel them away to taste them as well.
I mean,
So,
please help me get rid of this freeze-distilled milk.
Your whole thing is let's all experience what was happening on this stage.
Let's do it.
Ryan, it's all you.
Well, first of all, can we invite 2023 United States Barista Champion, 4th place in the world. He doesn't believe in tamping, ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah Shades! I also believe that your best friend is in the crowd as well. Nikki, if you want to join us. And as much as anyone might regret, bring Graham up here too.
Bring Graham up here. Do you want to taste my espresso? I think you're great.
And then Jenny and Christian as well. If you guys want to come up and crowd around the table, please join us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If I can grab my cart, I have a bunch of like ingredients and stuff, and I can make some drinks.
So, straight out the gate, a lot of people here know you through videos they see online, narrations on Onyx videos.
that YouTube ad that jump scares everyone once in a while.
Everyone knows that, but I wanna pass the mic to Graham and Nikki to know how do you describe Morgan off camera, away from competition, away from the coffee spotlight?
I'm gonna leave.
Graham's like, you're safer. I would say that what you see on stage of Morgan is also what you see off stage. Very determined, very passionate, very generous. Truly the best.
Yeah, I mean that's right. Like a lot of what you see, like it's not an act. I know this seems like a publicity stunt, right? Especially because the stream's running. But no, it's for real. Like what you see in her videos, what you see online, what you see in these presentations, that's really her. I think it's really important. It's really important to me. It's really important to us. Yeah, it's great.
I've asked a few people this already, but I'll throw it at you as well. Talk to us about home life. What does the house look like for the last few months?
Oh, the house is.
You should tell them about the sets actually.
Oh yeah, I guess I can.
Because that's part of it for sure.
Let me start. I'll start with the first part that I said earlier. I said this to Frank earlier. It was like, I say goodbye and then she goes off to war because unfortunately this year she's had a space to practice in, but I don't see her until 9 o'clock some days. She leaves the house at 7 and then she's just gone. But this year we did a lot of collaboration, and so she was working on doing the practice and on the script and dialing the copies, and I was working on these sets here. Nikki here built the wood parts, and I designed the components for this insert. and that if you can't quite see, it's bellowing smoke. It's not smoke actually. It's just mist. Thank you.
Yes.
Um,
Give it a shot.
and so there's like electronics components, and she so graciously allowed me to buy a very large 3D printer, with the promise that I'd help her build her sets. It was great.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a good time.
Jenny, do you want to introduce yourself to the crowd here? I'm not sure if everyone is aware of who you are.
Hello. Well, I'm Jenny. I'm Barista champion from Mexico, 3-time champion. Thanks. Not correct, but I'm Barista champion. Yeah, well, this has been like an amazing experience. Like I always think about like also I'm going to compete again in September, and it's been exciting for me like this journey of learning because I feel like well I started as a volunteer, right, and that
Cool.
inspired me to compete, like seeing many competitors, and also like when I started to compete I continued volunteering. Even when I won I was volunteering because I feel like if I can contribute something to the competition that has given me so much, I will do it forever. And but I start growing, and one of my objectives this year has been like joining teams to continue learning and to understand how other people preparing for competition. And well, Morgan is someone that I admire so much, and
It goes both ways. It's a
Thank you.
gigantic honor to have Jenny on the team this weekend.
Thank you very much.
So cool.
We met in Melbourne competing. I did terribly, but she did it great. And I actually was also like in her nationals volunteering. I just won Mexican Barista champion for my first time, and I came to US to volunteer and continue and try to sneak the coffees and taste some. And I so when Morgan won that year, and also well I don't know if say this here, but also say this first competition, which was very good too. And well, that inspired me like to follow her journey. And well, now I'm here, like enjoying the coffee and learning so much about a person that I admire so much. And that we were talking about that also before. That for me is very important and inspiring, like to know the barista who's doing competition. I mean, like out of those 15 minutes of competition, because like you can fake who you are, right, in competition. Like I mean like she is exactly what the competition is, like how she sees in competition. So I'm very happy to be here.
If I can shout out like a routine that people should 100% watch, Jenny's Worlds routine this year in Milan was like incredible. Like you sparkle on stage. She was one off from making it to finals. Like it's a truly incredible routine.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You. How'd you get involved in this?
So before competition last year, I've been part of the Onyx crew for a while. Yes, I own Archetype Coffee. I own Archetype Coffee, but I've tasted with John and Andrea all through Andrea's competitions, and like we just kind of always kind of supported each other in a family way. We always do family night after any competition or expo, and so Morgan had come in second to Frank, and we were sitting at the table at dinner, and she leans back.
We're eating like K barbecue.
We're doing Korean barbecue, and she just leans back. She's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Are you competing next year?" And I was like, "I am." And she's like, "I'm going to judge." And then she asked if I would help next year because we thought, we had a good chance of winning last year. Coming in second is rough, but Morgan, leading up to this year, Morgan was like, "Hey, are you competing?" I was like, "No, I committed to coaching you." And then when sign up.
That is how it went, wasn't it?
It is. No, and then when the sign up came out, where it's like, past 6 competitors got an automatic buy. Morgan's like, "You need to do what's best for you," and I was like,
go for it. I was like, if you want to do it,
and I
go
was
for
like,
it.
do you not understand what a commitment is? Like I said, no, I'm hoping we're doing this. And so that's how I got involved.
Very cool. So you, as coffee's favorite orphan, for those of you that don't know, yes, Isaiah is the owner of Archetype in Omaha, lives in Denver, best friends with Onyx. So you're kind of like your office here is Sweet Bloom, is what I hear.
It's true. Yeah.
But you're here.
Yeah.
Morgan's in Portland. So what was that coaching process like? That sort of distant collaboration.
Yeah, so, I mean, first off, it's just like spitballing ideas. Morgan is hands down one of the most organized people. She has like creative boards that she puts together, like lots of different ones of like.
Our Google Doc right now, I think, is 10 tabs deep. Isaiah was like, start deleting things, stop adding.
There was a lot of that, and so like Morgan kind of pitched some ideas, and then I would be like, you've done this, or this has been done, or what about this? I was like, the name of this game is like not just beating the next competitor, it's about beating yourself. It's like being better than you were in years past, and so like for me it was just trying to like, how can I pull out the best of Morgan and take some of the ideas and like hone them. And so we started with script. She sent a script. I said,
You said write it again.
I said write it again. And I started going through all of Morgan's ideas, and I basically like cut and pasted things that I thought I think this would be a great kind of like intro, and sent it to Morgan. And I was like, do with this what you want. Like, this is your thing, but this is what I think. And so then Morgan took it and started running with it. And then we started talking about coffees. So lots of Zoom, watching run-throughs through Zoom. Morgan flew out here to taste the espresso. I wasn't worried about the milk drink because she's dialed on that. So, but tasting the espresso and the signature drink and kind of like just reworking a lot of those things. When you're siloed by yourself, it's kind of hard. It's like you're so emotionally attached and invested that, you're so emotionally attached and invested that it's like, it's hard to be objective. And so that was part of what I was trying to do for Morgan, is just be very objective and a truth teller. And if it's not in the cup, it's not in the cup. Like, I know you're trying your best. Let's rework this thing.
Yep.
So once again, it takes a village.
Yeah. I mean, it like this. It's a village. Yeah. This competition. That's the reason why you'll see other past champs like Kay tasting with people that doesn't have a crew, or Kyle tasting with people that don't have a crew, or me or Lynn or whatever. Because it does take a village. And so like even on Wednesday when Sweet Bloom set up an awesome Del Corte, Sweet Bloom, and G&H Grinding setting up a place for competitors to come and practice. Like if there's a competitor by themselves, hey, do you want help? I'm hopping in, I'm tasting. Because you want competitors to feel supported, and yeah, it truly takes a village.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like the most, I think I said it yesterday, this is like the most collaborative year of competition I've ever had, which was such a fun experience.
So it's a little unique for you because you are our 2022 U.S. Barista champion, vying for another title. You've done this before, but if you win this year, how are you celebrating? First of all,
Sleeping.
Okay.
I can't wait to go home and drink filter coffee. Like I love espresso, but holy cow, I'm excited to brew on my V60 again.
That's real. And you've had experience, and for anyone who isn't familiar, Morgan did play second in Melbourne, so he's the world runner-up here. Do you scrap it all and start over? Do you tweak a few things?
That's a good question. I did that for Melbourne. I took a totally different routine to Worlds than I did at Nationals. And I loved both of those routines. It's always interesting with Worlds because it's a very different like panel of judges. You have a much more like global like set of people tasting with you, perspectives, all of that. And so I think for most national champions, there are always like some adjustments that get made from nationals to Worlds, but I don't know if I would like do a full overhaul of a routine again. Like it's especially like, we're in June now and Panama is in October, and it's like that may feel like a while away, but in barista competitions it's nothing. And so I think it's like polishing, refining, like taking out what needs to be taken out, and then adding in the last little pieces is what most people do.
Very cool. And where do I get into liquid nitrogen?
Oh my gosh, General Gas here in Denver. You ship someone a doer, and then you walk in, and it's a bunch of guys, and they go, what do you need this for? And I go, so funny story. There's a U.S. Barista Championship happening this weekend.
I'll be honest, I had full faith in you, but I did have this brief moment where I was like, man, if that fell over.
You don't know. I have become a regular at my local air gas store every Monday at 8 a.m. I show up with my doer, and I made sure I had like so much practice with this. Like, I always like only half fill it. Like we've done like so many pour practices, so I felt good about it, but I understand.
There's an element that's a little dangerous on it. Is there anyone else you want to shout out and thank that's not at the table?
Oh my gosh. So many people. Always my parents. Like my family has been with me through enough like competition seasons that they know I just kind of disappear into my studio hole for a while and try to put all of this together. And they are so supportive and excited about all of this. No one in my family except for like Graham drinks coffee. Like that was genuinely my teenage rebellion was drinking coffee. So they don't ever taste anything, but they've like started to kind of get it. Like my mom understands the score sheets, so she can like follow along barista routine. So I'm so appreciative of them. The entire Onyx crew back home, especially Kanoka and Dakota for sourcing, roasting, all of the coffee stuff is on that side. And also, I would say the cafes and baristas who are currently serving these drinks. We're working with Pergamino in Colombia, Gilder in Portland, and then Onyx as well. And so it's been like a really collaborative effort to put together a plan to like figure out how to source ingredients, like make these drinks scalable, batchable, all of that stuff. So like huge shout out to everyone serving these drinks in cafes.
If you go onto the WBC, do the drinks make another appearance in all kinds of cafes around the world?
That would be fun. That'd be the dream.
Pretty fun.
One on each continent would be pretty cool.
Any questions from the audience while we're up here? Not all at once, okay.
Have it real this time.
we'll let a few more people taste some stuff. Top 3 lessons this season. Give me your, or no. Hold on. Rephrase for you. Give me your high, and give me your low.
Honestly, the high was like this weekend. Like this team kind of came together like just one piece at a time. And we all arrived here this weekend like never having spent like, long amounts of time together like collectively. And it's been such a blast. Like we've genuinely had so much fun. I feel like we've been dialed. It's been smooth, like fantastic experience. Did you ask for a low too?
Yeah.
I can come up with a low. Honestly, we had it was a real adventure this year, sourcing coffees. This is, the Alita that I'm serving this year is 2026 harvest, so it's current harvest, and Panama has had a really tricky harvest season this year, and so it was quite an adventure to try to get this coffee in on time, roasted, tested, all of that stuff, and so we pulled it off, but I think there was definitely a period a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, where it was high stress of this coffee's on its way, we think it's coming, all of this sort of stuff, and just waiting for it to land and for us to actually be able to start working with it was probably the trickiest part, but again, it worked out in the end.
That's great. All right, I got one more for you.
Yeah.
You get the opportunity to serve your routine to a dream panel of 4 judges. Who are they? They can't be in this building.
Ooh.
Anyone in the world.
Coffee people or non-coffee people?
Whoever your dream.
Weirdly enough, Martha Stewart would be pretty high on the list.
Does Snoop Dogg come along in that pair? Or is it just Martha?
If he's there, he can. Yeah, he'll head judge everything. There's a lot of something I really enjoy in the last couple of years has been diving a lot more into just beverage service in general, and so I've made a lot of really great friends in the cocktail industry in the last couple of years. One of my friends that I recently got to collaborate with back in Portland, Jeffrey Morgenthaler, I'm like, he would be a really fun person to like serve a full routine to. I'm trying to think who else. Wouldn't add Snoop Dogg to the list, so I only have to come up with one more person. And honestly, like my mom. Like, my mom has. I have yet to do this for her, so if she's watching, I promise I will do this sometime. But for her, she doesn't drink caffeine, and so she's always been like, "Hey, if you like make a fully decaf set, like, I'd love to try it." And so that's something I need to do is take these back and do a fully decaf service for my mom.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, and apparently, as I learned this weekend from Nathaniel May, if you do it with pistachio milk and decaf coffee, it's nothing but a sleepy time beverage. Because apparently pistachio is loaded with melatonin.
Good to know. There you
things-
go.
I'm learning so much this weekend as well.
That'll be the new nightcap.
Okay. All right, we're going to wrap our time. Everyone, one more big round of applause for Morgan Eckroth. We're going to let you start to clear the stage, and I'm going to call up our community. T-shirts. If you want a USB-C T-shirt, come see my buddy Gage. I'm going to invite our community sponsor, Huckleberry Coffee Roasters, our hosts, Jason, to just come and say a few words, give him